So I know art therapy is a big part of your life and a big part of the way in which you process kind of your own story, but you help young people to do that as well. And so I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about how art and poetry and spoken word has helped you kind of process things, and maybe to explain a little bit about the piece that you'll be sharing this morning.
Yeah, well, I've been writing poetry for a long time, since a middle schooler, high schooler. Kind of started out writing lyrics and poems during that time to express myself. And this poem itself kind of came from a stream of consciousness type writing. A lot of times I just write things down and, it's just like an inspired creative moment. But later on, I kind of had this deeper realization that it kind of was a response to the pain that is in me that maybe my parents, even my birth mother, even other people around me can't heal themselves or fix. But I kind of feel like this poem is God's response to that realization, that there is a love that is so deep and so original and special in how he designed me. This love transcends loss, shame, mental illness, and confusion. It's liberating and allows me to imagine what my birth mother could have thought about me in those first months before giving up me, and the dreams that she continuously has for me as they blossom in this present time.
All right. Thank you, Katelyn.
Thank you. So this poem is called "Listening to My Mother is an Act of Learning to Love Myself." When I learned I was pregnant, I was scared because I was the shape of the moon, and I didn't think that my body carried enough light to make the night sky shine. Whittling a daughter from your flesh feels like pulling the last hope out of your own body and putting it into someone else. You pray that it will grow taller and taller, like the sunflowers who thrust their faces toward the sun. Birth is not the hardest thing I have done. My body has been open to reveal something sacred more times than I can count. I hear you call me in the mornings and the evenings, your cries enlightening and louder than the pain I'm afraid I gave you. Sometimes I think of your eyes and am filled with deep joy because they shined with wonder and belief. Before the world filled you up with grief, hatred, and doubt, you smiled and curled into me because you were used to being safe beneath my heart. Daughter, there will be days when you feel forgotten, but do not allow the seeds planted in you and in me to never get to see your light. When your head droops like the sunflowers at night, remember it is only this season. Turns out your skin is made up of water, and sometimes the most natural thing to do is cry. And I will collect your tears and throw them into the night sky as stars, so that your petals, those fragile and determined limbs of yours, will believe in something greater. Like the wide blue of the ocean that is merely a reflection of the truth inside of you. The day you left my arms, I somehow felt forever broken and full. To the rainbow ahead of me, may it be the prisons of light, refining the dark chasms you will tread, but are to never dwell in. May the mighty flood push out of you give a promise that is renewed every time your eyes open. Thank you.